Subject is initial report of the task force enforcing High Court order freezing assets of the former president.
Please go ahead. Can you bring the mic
you
closer to you?
Yeah.
Yes, so that...
On the 3rd day of July 2017, the task force enforcing the High Court order freezing assets of the former president visited Kanilai to brief the overseers of the assets in Kanilai about the freezing order. At the time, Major Alieu saw of the Gambia Armed Forces for the custodian of the former president's assets in Kanilai. During this visit, the task force headed by the acting Registrar General was taken on a conducted tour of the place, mainly the 4 houses, the main compound, the main store, and adjacent facilities. Subsequently, inventory was taken of the main store, the livestock, and other things found in the open living main compound. It was the decision of the task force that inventory be suspended to be done later in collaboration with the Commission of Inquiry. However, the inventory went into the lull when the Commission's secretary at the time fell apart with the Commission. Consequently, the task force had to continue with the inventory and proceeded as already begun. That is to say, the inventory was done according to rooms, and items found in each room remained there. It is, however, important to note that the task force is a 3-man team, and given the nature of the place, it is not possible for the task force to do a comprehensive exercise. Therefore, I hereby recommend that some members of the Commission and the task force revisit Kanilai to complete the exercise. Please be informed that most of the things in the main house are personal effects, and such have not been listed. In the meantime, find attached the list of the items so far covered. That was my letter.
The memo. Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
That was a memo to internal memorandum.
All right. Honorable Chair, I'm referring the committee to MOJ 2. So, Mr. Jallow, this memo is written by you.
That's correct.
Submitted to the Solicitor General.
That's correct.
Mr. Jallow, please remind us, what's the date on that memo?
This one is 11 July 2017.
2017. Mr. Jallow, when was the commission established?
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember? All right, I'll give you a document that will remind you.
Okay.
MOJ 2, that is the legal notice establishing the Commission of Inquiry. Secretariat, kindly show the witness a copy of MOJ 2. You can use our copy if you don't have. Mr. Jallow, you can take a look at the last page of MOJ 2. That is the legal notice.
Council, last page?
Yes, last page of MOJ 2. Yes, after all the attachments, the last page.
Okay. Fill up all the attachments, please.
After all the attachments. Okay. I don't know which page you are referring to. Which page are you referring to?
The last page of the document. Secretariat, kindly help the witness find the last page. It is where the president's name is. Page 18.
Okay.
So, Mr. Jallow, before we talk about page 18, this memo that you wrote, you specifically, are you confirming that you wrote it on the 11th of July?
Well, I will not deny that because
that is the date on
there
the
is a
memo.
date on it.
Very well. Mr. Jallow, take a look. Right before the president's name, MOJ2 is dated. Just read out the date. Dated this
12th day of July 2017.
Very well.
Yes.
If you go to the second page of this document, at the top,
Which document?
MOJ2.
Yes.
It reads Supplement A to the Gambia Gazette, number 17 of 13th July 2017.
Correct.
So this document was gazetted on the 13th day of July 2017, thereby the Commission of Inquiry coming into force on that day. So this memo that you wrote to the Solicitor General, you wrote it 2 days before the Commission of Inquiry was established, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, am I correct?
By this date, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Jallow, take a look at the second paragraph of the memo.
Yes.
I'll read the first sentence for you. It states, however, the inventory went into a lull when the Commission Secretary at the time fell apart with the Commission.
Yeah, you know...
No, let me continue.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Jallow, this memo, when you were writing it, the Commission was not in place.
No,
The Commission was not established, isn't
No,
it?
it was established.
No,
It might
Mr.
have
Jallow,
a date error, but it was established.
let me continue.
Yeah.
Let me complete my sentences. When I'm done, I'll let you come in, okay?
Okay.
You wrote this memo 2 days before the Commission was gazetted. The Commission was not existing at the time you wrote this memo, isn't it? So now, you were speaking about the Commission of Inquiry's first secretary falling apart with the Commission, meaning that was the time his services were terminated. How is it possible that you are talking about the Commission of Inquiry's secretary here when the Commission did not in fact exist? Because you can, from that legal notice, not only does it establish the Commission, it also the commissioners were appointed. So how is it possible that 2 days before the Commission was established, you were already speaking about the Commission and the Secretary falling apart? Kindly explain this to the Commission.
It could just be a date error, but at the time this was happening, the Commission was already established. I could not have spoken to those facts without the Commission being in force. And I know that we have been together to Kanilai, myself and the Commission, even before this thing was completed. I went with them there, and they ended everywhere at the country. So it might have been a date error. Sometimes you can write something, and you want to adopt and type again, not remembering that, you know, at the time you are doing it, there was an existing date and you didn't change it. That might have been the reason. But at the time we were doing this thing, the Commission was in existence. And even before we exited Kanilai, I traveled to Kanilai with the Commissioner, with the commissioners, the chairman himself, and all the rest of the commissioners and their support staff. So it just could have been a date error, but the Commission was in existence at the time this was done. So I just admit that there was a date error.
What would be the error? Is it the month, the date, the entire date, or the year? Where's the error?
I would just say maybe the entire error. There's an entire error. Maybe that's what I would say. I cannot say exactly what it will. But this is a date error. This is a date error. I have traveled with the Commission to Kanilai, the chairman himself and all the others. I traveled with them to Kanilai. So anything I wrote is in order. So we have to admit that it was just a date error.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
Is it really an error of date?
Yes.
Because I had asked you before we got into the content of this memo several times, and you stated the date.
Yes.
11th July 2017.
That is what is
2 days before the Commission was established.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, it's error.
What is on the document is what I can speak to. I cannot say that, no, when I did not see this one.
This is a document you submitted to the Solicitor General.
That's correct.
Mr. Jallow, perhaps maybe you wrote this document and intentionally backdated it. Is it possible?
Backdate? Why would I backdate it?
What would you have to explain to the committee why you would backdate the document?
To backdate such a document? What would be the reason to backdate such a document? What would be? What would one take a chance to achieve by backdating an internal memo?
At this point, can you allow us to intervene a bit, please?
All right.
Yes, I think it's important. Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
You confirmed that you wrote this letter on the 11th of July, 2017.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
In the content of the memo, you said the inventory went into a lull when the commission secretary at the time fell apart with the commission. And the secretary of the commission was appointed on the 12th of July, 2017. Now, how long did it take you to do this inventory until when the secretary fell apart with the commission?
Now, the inventory process is not an easy task in Kanilai. It will be easy for someone who was not on the ground, but it was a very difficult task. So you realize that sometimes you enter a room, if you look at the room, to do the inventory, in fact, it's an impossibility.
No,
so now what happened? Yes, let me
you wanted to determine something here. You were talking about date and the memo you submitted to the Solicitor General.
Yes.
As opposed to the memo you are having.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you had an issue. You said there must have been date error.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's take there is date error.
Yeah.
But the content of the letter is not matching with the date.
In the sense, like how?
The paragraph where you wrote about the secretary is not matching with the date. The secretary was appointed on the 12th. And now, when did he fall apart with the commission? Do you know?
I wouldn't know, but I know we traveled together to Kanilai, myself and him.
Hold on. You mentioned that in the memo. You said the secretary fell apart with the commission. That means the secretary left the commission.
Yes.
When did that happen?
I cannot remember exactly when it happened, but I just merely mentioned it because we traveled with him for the purposes of doing an inventory, and subsequently he was removed. And so we couldn't continue with that inventory.
But the statement is saying the process of taking inventory perhaps had an issue when the commission and the secretary fell apart. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that is because we alone could not proceed, and we said we could not proceed. That was the law.
That is after how many months before the secretary fell apart with the commission? That is what I wanted to establish. How many months did he serve in the commission before he leaves?
I really cannot remember that. I cannot remember.
So, I think let's get the facts right.
Maybe if I ask Alhaji Quran himself, he should be able to.
No, we will know when Alhaji left the commission. But we want you to tell us when this letter was written and the content of the memo, because you wrote the memo and you submitted it to the Solicitor General. So we want you to give us facts so that we can, examine it and then decide on the facts.
What I have on my memo is 11th July 2017. What I have on it is 11th July 2017.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes, Honorable.
If you look at RS 58, there is dealing with the task force is giving a report here. And in the third paragraph, the last line, where it is said a 3-man team and given the nature of the place, it is not possible for the task force to do a comprehensive exercise. So it means that this was a period when a comprehensive exercise is not done. And what you are saying that you keep to yourself, it looks like that's a comprehensive exercise because it's dealing with the conditions as well. So how do you reconcile the two?
This inventory was not done together with Alhaji. The first inventory.
It's done after this report?
Before.
It's done before?
Yeah, the one I submitted is done before Alhaji. So when we completed this inventory, I believe maybe the dates I mentioned here might have been maintained in this because you are doing things at the same time. So that might have been the reason. But this inventory was done by us And subsequently, Alaji was also to join us to do another inventory. So, but that is what I was saying. That could not proceed because Alaji, fell apart with the commissioners. I believe this cut and paste thing of dates and other things might have been the reason, but I am the one who authored this one, indeed.
Mr. Jallow?
Yes, please.
Did you conduct an inventory before the establishment of the committee, of the commission?
Yes, we conducted. That is the one I submitted.
You visited Kanilai?
Yes, I visited.
Before the commission was established? Did you visit Kanilai?
Yes, we visited Kanilai.
Can you give us that day? Which day did you visit Kanilai?
The third day of as per the memo, there is a third day of July. Third day of July.
Don't rely on that.
Yeah, third day of July.
No, wait. You can no longer rely on that because you told council it's a misinformation. Not so. No, wait.
Mistaken date.
Look, mistaken date means you misinformed us. So don't rely on the 3rd of July. That's why I asked you. Because if you read your own writing, you said on the 3rd of July the task force visited Kanilai. And if you look at MOJ 5, the freezing order came into effect on the 22nd of May. So council was on point that you did an inventory before the establishment of the commission. True or false?
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah.
Then allow me to learn. Don't speak over us. Just allow me to learn. What was the motive of that inventory? Why did you go and do an inventory before the establishment of the commission?
That was the time we had the receivership. It was under our custody and control. That's
it was under your custody and control.
Yeah.
Then why was it difficult for you to explain it to council?
Maybe we are not connecting well, but I don't think...
No, Mr. Jallow, look, give us the facts. Okay?
Yes.
Give us the facts.
That's right.
You see this report you presented to us. You know what you did here? You blended 3 to 4 activities together. That is not copy and paste. Allow me to come.
Okay.
Just allow me. The 3rd of July preceded the establishment of the commission. It even preceded the appointment of the commissioners. It preceded the appointment of the lead counsel. If you look at your second paragraph, in the beginning, you started talking about the lead counsel falling apart with the commissioners. Did that happen before the 3rd of July or before the 11th of July? Did that happen before the 11th of July?
I'm not able to remember.
Allow me. You don't need to remember. It didn't happen before the 11th of July because Mamadi Kurang was appointed after the 12th of July. So you don't need to remember that. We can tell you. And the portion where you said, therefore, I hereby recommend that some members of the commission and the task force revisit Kanilai. How can you ask members of the commission to revisit Kanilai on the 11th of July when the commission was not created?
I don't know how this works. They must have a fundamental...
Mr. Jallow, you see, 2 things are happening. It is one thing if you are not telling us the truth. But it is another thing if you find that the documents you submitted are not real.
No, they are real.
And that is what they are not real.
Yeah.
Chair?
The document I submitted...
Thank you.
It's okay.
All right, council. No?
Going to say, I align myself with Honorable Fofana. And in fact, if you look at the same thing, this document was submitted, which is this Commissioner Inquiry Request for Information. This is also submitted by Minister of Justice. So essentially, what the Minister of Justice also is giving us also, there is fundamental flaws in the report as well. So because it's actually confirmed. The dates are not actually matching at all. Because when you look at the report in totality, they are referring to a commission that is not yet to be created. So this report also comes from the Minister of Justice as well. So, as much as they submitted, they are not here yet. At least, but the report flawed. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. I think, Mr. Jallow.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand that the High Court order, assigned the Office of the Registrar to take control of the movable and immovable assets of the former president. But you know what the problem is? You yourself wrote the memo, and in the memo, you contradicted yourself with the memo. You understand? Taking inventory before the establishment of the commission might not be the issue, because we know you were in control at the time. But you contradicted yourself in the memo. And of course, what the council told you, if you look at the inventory, the table that you've submitted, and the one you are having, you know why they are different? You put conditions on the one you did not submit, the conditions of the assets. How are they looking at the time you were taking the inventory? But if you look at the book here that you submitted to MOJ, you did not put the conditions of the assets. You understand? So that is an issue.
I believe it is. I believe it's stated. I believe. I don't know how it comes, but I believe.
Yes. Let's proceed with the testimony. I think we'll get there. The committee will determine on some of these things here. Council, can you proceed, please?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. So, Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
Before the committee's questions, Mr. Jallow, you were on the content of the memo. Mr. Jallow, let's stay there. 11th July, so I'm going to help you out. The commission's first secretary, Yahya Jammeh, his services was terminated, or I can say he was dismissed, on the 10th of July 2018. 10th of July 2018, he was dismissed, and here, 2 days before the commission was established, you are referring to his dismissal. Mr. Jallow.
Yes.
What do you have to say to this?
Council, what can come to my mind is that there is a date error. I might have inadvertently omitted or forgotten to change the year and maintain 2017. But with all honesty, I did this report and it was done at a time when this person has already parted with the commission. That I know very well. So it might have been, I dated it, either didn't change the year or didn't change the date or the like. But definitely it was done within the context that was existing at the time.
Mr. Jallow, it is very convenient for you to tell this committee that you made a mistake with the date. So we're supposed to accept that and just move on?
Well, I wouldn't know how to remedy that at this point, apart from saying that I have made a mistake with the dates and this is inadvertent. I cannot say any other thing apart from that. Because it could not be deliberate. I would not see why I would be deliberate in changing a date. I would not understand why that should happen.
Or perhaps maybe this was not the memo you submitted to the Solicitor General. Perhaps the memo that you brought today is the memo you submitted to the Solicitor General. And maybe perhaps you were trying to correct something later on and you decided to write this memo and backdate it.
No. I wouldn't do that. I would not have any reason to do that. Because it's merely conveying a message. So I don't know why I would want to change dates at that material moment. There were no issues. Why? What will come to my mind to say change dates and for what purpose? I would not see that purpose, quite frankly.
Mr. Jallow,
yes, please.
Last week you testified here and we asked you about the work that you did as receiver for Jammeh'S movable and immovable assets. We also talked about the order of 22nd May 2017.
Correct.
And as indicated in this order, the order was to subsist for 180 days.
That's correct.
Isn't it?
That's correct.
I asked you, how long were you the receiver? And you said just for the 180 days.
That's correct.
And we calculated and we came to a conclusion that the 180 days from May 2017 expired at the end of November 2017 or December 2017. And you informed this committee very confidently that you did not do any work with regards to the Jammeh'S assets at any point in time after the 180 days expired. So if you're saying that you wrote this memo and perhaps you made a mistake with the date and that you probably wrote this memo after Mr. Kurang was dismissed, that would be after 10th of July 2018. Then therefore, you're saying now and contradicting yourself that you were in fact continuing to do work with regards to Jammeh'S assets after the first 180 days expired.
You mean this is out of the 180 days?
This is way outside the one. This is more than a year. If we're going by the time...
May, June, July.
If we're going by the time
this is July.
Mr. Kurang was dismissed.
Yes.
Mr. Kurang was dismissed on the 10th of July 2018.
Okay.
Almost a year after he was appointed.
Okay.
At least it's 2 days before he was appointed.
Okay.
Marking the 1 year anniversary of his appointment. Now I'm saying to you, last week, you told this committee, when I asked you about the renewal of the orders, you said to the best of your knowledge, you were never aware that the Attorney General renewed those orders, and you were not ever informed by the Attorney General about the renewal of the orders. And you said that all the work you did with regards to Jammeh'S assets as receiver, you did within the 180 days. 180 days from May 2017, 22nd May 2017, expires at the end of November 2017. Isn't it? Yes or no?
Correct.
You're saying I'm correct?
Yes.
Good. You stated here that you did not do any work after the 180 days expired.
Correct.
Until you took part in the sale of the livestock.
That's correct.
So, Mr. Jallow, if you're talking here, you're talking about taking inventory and referring to Mr. Kurang's dismissal. So, let's say, I'm not conceding here, assuming without conceding that this memo was in fact maybe written on the 11th of July 2018. Let's say you made a mistake with the 7 and the 8, and we say that you wrote this memo on the 11th of July 2018, a day after Mr. Kurang was dismissed. Mr. Jallow, then you were still doing work, isn't it?
This is within my period.
Mr. Jallow, this is way outside the 180 days.
May, June, July.
Yes. 180 days is 6 months.
September, October.
Go on.
That will be finished. Then November, it will expire.
Yes.
Yes.
July 2018. Where does it fall in the 6 months?
This is July 2017.
So you're now sticking to that the letter was, in fact, you did not make a mistake. Mr.
This is a bit confusing here.
No, wait. I'll help you out. I'm helping you out here. You're speaking about Mr. Kurang's dismissal.
Yeah.
It took place a year after the commission was established. You informed this committee last week that after the 180 days expired, you did not do any work with regards to the assets of Jammeh and his associates, right? You still stand by that statement?
Yeah.
Yes. Very well. Let's move on. So now you have informed this committee that perhaps you made a mistake with the date. And we insisted and said, the chair has asked you this, the Honorable Fofana has stated this as well about the dates, and you said, maybe you made a mistake, that you in fact made a mistake with these dates, and you were asked, is it the year or is it the month? You said it's the entire date that is a mistake. Now I'm saying, in order for you to be able to refer or make reference to Mr. Kurang's dismissal here, or Mr. Kurang falling apart with the committee here, you can only refer to that if we perhaps wrote this memo after the 10th of July, considering Mr. Kurang was dismissed on the 10th of July, 2018. This is outside the 180 days. So here now, I want you to confirm Did you or did you not continue working on Jammeh'S assets after the 180 days expired?
Actually, I think I stand by what I said earlier. I cannot remember what on that, except for the fact that the sales were conducted, that was after that 180 date. What accounted for the mistake in date, definitely I cannot say. But the content of this letter is true. And I know Alieu himself can confirm to you that we have traveled for the purpose of doing an inventory and we couldn't proceed. That I know has happened. Why I made the mistakes in date, quite frankly, I cannot remember, but I know everything I said here, I am justified. I've spoken the truth. It's the truth that I've stated. Although it will be difficult to make someone understand because of the differences in date, and as I said, sometimes you type and you forget to change the date and you proceed with your letter. That might have accounted for it, but I am being honest with what I have presented.
Mr. Jallow, did you make a mistake with the date or not?
I did.
You did make a mistake with the date?
I did.
All right. So if you're here now mentioning that the inventory stopped because Kurang fell apart with the commission, it means that you, after the 180 days expired, you were still going to Kanilai, you were still working with the commission, you were still working with your team, taking inventories and visiting the assets of Yahya Jammeh.
I wouldn't say it that way. What I know is that when we started the inventory process, we have traveled with the commission to Kanilai. And by the time we were in Kanilai, the commission was also operating. So we went with the commission to see what was in Kanilai. And we made so that they entered everywhere for them to see what is in Kanilai. But I can't remember fully the time we went to Kanilai with the commission. At that time, the 180 days was still subsisting. What accounted for the differences in dates, I wouldn't be able to tell. That might have been really a fundamental flaw in terms of the dating. But I can say with certainty that I traveled with the commission to Kanilai, and Alieu can also confirm the same thing. This bound to happen in the course of work, honestly speaking.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
You're saying you made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I am saying, I'm not conceding, but I will, for the purposes of trying to gain clarity, I will assume that indeed you did make a mistake, isn't it?
Indeed, I made a mistake.
Yes. So now let's assume that this is correct for the purposes of just this conversation we're having right now. So, okay, you made a mistake. But you stated clearly here, however, the inventory went into a lull when the commission secretary at the time fell apart with the commission. And I'm telling you, Mr. Kurang's issues with the commission started in June, as per his testimony here, and then he received a letter. He received a letter of dismissal on the 10th of July 2018. So, Mr. Jallow, you were in fact doing work on Jammeh'S assets until July 2018.
No, I would not remember that. I would not remember that.
Yeah, Mr. Jallow, you know, when it's convenient for you, you say, I cannot remember. I am not sure. It's been 8 years. The work this committee is doing is extremely serious.
Absolutely.
Very, very serious. And if you're not taking it seriously, we are taking it very, very seriously, Mr. Jallow. And now, just the number of times you stated, I cannot remember. You stated it so much that I had to request for our technical team to count it. You've stated it more than 150 times. The transcripts show that you've said, I cannot remember. Between today and when you were here last week, more than 150 times. We've heard it, and to be quite honest, I am tired of hearing it. Mr. Jallow, the work the committee is doing is extremely important, very, very important. And this issue, I want us to move forward to other issues, but you need to clarify to the committee how you were able to write a memo in 2017 referring to an event that happened a year later. Kindly do that, please, because right now the committee wants to move forward and we seem to be circling this issue because you don't want to actually take responsibility for this. And you've owned up and said you wrote this memo. So, Mr. Jallow, please tell the committee what the issue is.
I'm not able to reconcile this, Council. I'm unable to reconcile this. I cannot reconcile this, Council.
Council,
I cannot reconcile.
can I just intervene here? I was going to intervene. Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
Now, what will do, Council? With regards to this issue, the committee will decide on this. But Mr. Jallow,
yes, please.
You see, we wanted you to give us the facts.
Yeah.
The information you are giving us is not accurate. I remember last week, Council put it to you. You said you did not work. You have nothing to do with the Ghana Commission after the force order elapsed. You said it here. You are on record. And now you have brought a memo that is there on the 11th of July. That is before the force order elapsed.
That's correct.
But you also mentioned Kurang's, dismissal from the Ghana Commission. That was way after. So now, the two things that you are telling us, which one is accurate in fact? Is it that you did the inventory before Kurang was appointed, or you did the inventory when Kurang was dismissed? When did you do it?
This inventory was done, the one I submitted was done before Kurang was terminated.
Before Kurang was terminated? And when was that? That is on the 11th of July, 2017?
From the records Council have presented, that will not be it.
Now it should be on the 11th of July 2018?
Well, as per the records that we just had from the information coming from Council, that was the time when Kurang was dismissed. So I don't know how come I was speaking to that date.
Mr. Jallow.
Honorable Chair, just to say, this is not information coming from Council. We have a copy of the dismissal letter.
Okay.
It's here. Please.
Exactly. We wanted to progress. And I think we have taken so much time on this particular issue. It's for you to confirm that you have taken inventory before Kurang was appointed, before the Ghana Commission was established, or you have taken inventory before Kurang was dismissed from the Commission. You are the one who is supposed to give us the facts, so that we move on. Otherwise, the committee will take a decision on this one, and if you find that you are giving us false information, that is contempt of the National Assembly, and the committee will take a very drastic action on you on that, honestly speaking. Please. Council, we can progress.
Mr. Jallow. Honorable Chair, I'm referring the committee to RS 60. Secretariat, if you can help the witness find RS 60.
This is 66. Sixty.
Mr. Jallow, perhaps take a look at RS 59 as well.
59.
The next page.
Yes, I've seen it.
Mr. Jallow,
Yes.
are the contents of these letters amusing to you?
Whether they are?
Amusing.
Yes.
Why?
You know what's happening?
What is happening?
I am seeing these letters for the, something fishy is happening. I'm seeing these letters for the first time. Something fishy is happening. I've
Mr.
never
Jallow,
seen.
kindly tell us what
I don't know about these
fishy
letters.
things are happening.
These letters, how they emanated, I don't know how they brought these letters. They were never brought to my attention. I've never seen these letters. I have never seen these letters. Never seen them. Never seen these letters. No one brought this to me. Why this is happening and kept somewhere, I don't know, but these ones never came to me, Council. Something fishy is happening. I've never seen these letters. Nobody ever wrote to me.
Mr. Jallow, you're saying the Commission of Inquiry wrote these letters.
Yes.
And it was written by the Secretary of the Commission,
Yes.
the Second Secretary, Mr.
Yes.
Ramatullah Sar, and now you're saying that these letters, you've never seen them before.
Where are the minutes on this? If they write this letter to me, it will be received by the Solicitor General's office, and they will minute it to me. These letters never got to me. I don't know what is happening with them, with whoever was doing this, but these letters never got to me. They never got to me. Something has happened in this case. Nothing got to me of these letters.
Mr. Jallow, it's quite convenient for you to say that I've never seen these letters. You know, this is what you did last week. You said, I never saw the annexures of MOJ 5A, and then subsequently you came this morning and said, oh, in fact, I actually did see MOJ 5A. Now you're saying this. Perhaps if we adjourn, you will come back the next adjourn date and say, oh, in fact, I did see these letters.
Council, permit me to say something. The Ministry of Justice is not a Ministry of Justice of Alieu Jallow. The Ministry of Justice has an Attorney General and has a Solicitor General. All correspondences going to respective departments goes to the Solicitor General, and the Solicitor General will minute. Why is it that this document was not minuted to me? It's an indication that it was never brought to my attention. This document was never brought to my attention.
Mr. Jallow, these two documents are addressed to you specifically.
Addressed to me specifically, what if they have not brought it to my attention? These documents have never been received by me. They were never given to me.
Are you saying the Solicitor General was concealing information from you?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
what
say
are
that.
you saying now?
I wouldn't say that. What I'm saying is that these documents never got to me. If they have gotten to me, they will minute on me to say, please take action. They would have done that, but that didn't happen. And you cannot find that.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Let's please take the Quran on the consent. Let's just respond to the questions. I think let it not be confrontational.
Chairman, I'm sorry for
Yes.
agitating, but sometimes you see certain things and they hit you. Like this, for me, is like something was happening somewhere, and they never brought to your attention. I don't know why this is happening. I cannot tell.
Yeah, you can
but
still
these things were never brought to my attention. I'm sorry, I'm agitating.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm very sorry, I'm agitating.
That's okay. Yeah. That's okay. That is the document that we have before us.
Yeah.
And council is relying on the document that she collected from the report.
Yeah.
So we're asking questions. Just respond, and then we move on. Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jallow, please clarify. You never received these letters?
Yes, I never.
And you never responded to them?
I never.
Well, Mr. Jallow, since you're saying there's a mistake in dates, perhaps this memo that you have, that you say it's a mistake, perhaps you're responding to this letter of 8th August 2018.
No. That
Not
memo,
a possibility?
That memo is an internal memo.
It's an internal memo. Well, maybe you prepared it, perhaps sent it to the Solicitor General so that a response can be sent to the Commission of Inquiry.
That's not how we operate. I will do a letter for the attention of the Solicitor General, and if he okays it, it goes. It would not be an internal memo as such. This one is an internal memo to the Solicitor General. This is a letter from the Commission of Inquiry. Why was it kept away from me? I wouldn't know.
Mr. Jallow, we're not, I'm trying to help you out here. I'm saying perhaps this letter was received by the SG, And perhaps maybe the SG sourced information from you when it comes to inventory, and you sent a memo responding to the SG.
Council, I'm not going to tell a lie among oath.
Very well. So, Mr. Jallow, now what is the committee supposed to take when it comes to this memo marked RS 58? What do you, because I want to move on. So what is your final say? Are you still sticking to this date that's on it?
I'm saying there is a mistake in date, but in respect of what the committee should take, that will be in the discretion of the committee.
Yes, Mr. Jallow, but we need a concrete answer. This is the date that we have, and somehow this memo is speaking about something that happened a year later. So now, are you still standing by this very convenient statement that you've made that this is a typographical error when it comes to the date?
Council, I have answered you, and with respect, I have said I'm not able to reconcile the dates now, and I said it's a date error. But in terms of the decision that the council, the committee will take with respect to this, that will be to the discretion of the committee. I have said that it's an error in the dating that is highly possible, but the two documents that I am now seeing, with all due respect, I never received them. This I never received. I don't know how it happened and why it happened, but I never received them. But the committee is in the committee's discretion to take a decision.
So, Mr. Jallow, what prompted this memo of 11th, this signed memo of dated 11 July? What prompted it?
It's merely
for help.
Yeah, merely to ask for help. To update and ask for help.
Well, Mr. Jallow, the request for help is not very clear in this memo, is it?
How clear should it be apart from mentioning it?
Right. Kindly point the kindly point the committee to the part of the memo that is requesting for help.
All right, now here it is. It is, however, important to note that the task force is a three-man team, and given the nature of the place, it is not possible for the task force to do a comprehensive inventory. So we need help. That is why I said we are asking for help.
Mr. Jallow, you were just stating that the task force is a three-man team. This is not a request for help.
Indeed, it was a request for help also. And that is why even the last paragraph is also suggesting the same, that we need
the last paragraph is a recommendation
for them to join. Yes, that
for
is
the
it.
commission to join.
Yeah, for them to join and do and help us. That is it.
Mr. Jallow, take a look at the attachments of that memo. The inventory. Did you ever submit this inventory to the commission?
Which commission?
The
Commission of Inquiry? You mean?
Yes.
The Jammeh Commission?
Yes.
Maybe, I cannot remember, but I think so. Because you showed me a document in the morning when they requested for information, and I sent it there. That was the update they requested for in terms of the items.
So you submitted this?
I submitted to the commission.
This update is dated 17th, or your response rather, giving the update is dated 17th October 2017. So therefore, again, we're back to the memo. The memo, sorry, the inventory rather was done on the before his dismissal, before Mr. Kurang's dismissal.
Okay.
Right? You agree with me? Because this, you submitted the same inventory to the Commission of Inquiry in October 2017. And again, back to the memo, you're saying that the inventory taking came to a lull because Mr. Kurang had issues with the commission and was eventually dismissed. This inventory that you submitted to the commission, submitted it at least, what, 9 months? 8 to 9 months before Mr. Kurang's dismissal.
That inventory, continue?
No, you continue.
That inventory, Kurang did not take part in that inventory, the first inventory.
I'm not saying that Mr. Kurang took part in it.
Okay.
I'm saying this memo that you're saying that the date is a mistake, is a typo, is a typographical error. That you're referring that the inventory that is attached to this memo was sent to the commission itself months, at least 8 months before Mr. Kurang was dismissed. So to now say in this memo that Mr. Kurang, the inventory taking had to come to a lull because Mr. Kurang was dismissed is the statements don't tally. The content of this letter and the dates and the content of your memo, they don't tally.
Council, I'm unable to reconcile this. I'm unable to reconcile this. And I did not see anything fundamental to hide in this case. I cannot reconcile this. There was a lot of work at the time with me. I cannot reconcile this.
So can we say that you were overworked and this resulted in you not doing the job that the High Court had tasked you to do properly?
I did the work properly. A mistaken date could not be a work that is not done properly. It's a physical work that was carried out. I will not interpret it to be not doing my job. I have done my job to the extent possible within the circumstances.
Honorable Chair, I believe this is a convenient point for us to stop today with this witness, and the committee can take it up from here.
Right, well, thank you so much, Council. Yes, thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Yes, thank you.
I don't want to go back there again. I think I'll have to allow colleagues to ask, and then I'll close on the final part, because I think the information you're giving us is not helping. Yes, please. Yes, you have a question? Okay, I'll start in Mari, then I'll start from.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Jallow, I have only one question for you.
Thank you.
Can you tell this committee who the Solicitor General was at the time when this letter was written on the 8th of August 2018?
It should be Mr. Moreno, General Moreno.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Jallow, for assisting us, even though we have a lot of, I cannot remember, which is not helpful, but just for me coming and then answering some of the questions, we appreciate that. Now, I just need to get some few clarifications here. The sale of the cattle.
Yes, please.
By the sheriff. Did the High Court give you any responsibility as far as the sale is concerned?
Myself personally?
The registry, yeah.
No.
But then on the inventory and also on the sales, your name is also there, attached as you were there.
Yes.
What were you doing there?
I was there to point, of course, to attend by the instructions of my Attorney General.
So the Attorney General, what role did he ask you to play in that? Because I know the court order was very clear in terms of the sheriff doing the evaluation and then also selling. And then we understood that there were 6 people there. 4 actually came from the sheriff's office, including 2 bailiffs, Modu Musa and some others. But we also saw that you were also there. What exactly did the Attorney General tell you? Because of, again, the order did not say anything about the Attorney General, even though we understand he has an interest in this. But what exactly did the AG ask you to do?
The mere fact that we were the ones that did the inventory and have been working as a task force. So when the order was, the ruling of the High Court was granted for the sale, the sheriff of course contacted me as one who has been on the ground all the while, but also the Attorney General also gave instructions that let me be there and witness.
So what you mean essentially you took part in the inventory and also took part in the sales of those cattle?
I witnessed, and of course during the process I might have played 1 or 2 things, played roles there, but of course with clear instructions to be there.
Okay. Those buyers, do you know any one of them that actually bought cattle from the sale? Do you know any one of them?
I have no connection with any one of them.
No, I said not connection, but do you know any one of them?
No, I don't know them. Personally, I don't know them.
From the ministry or otherwise?
No, there is no one from the ministry that went there to buy cattle. No.
Okay. Now, the inventory you took in Kanilai, that's okay. Before the start of the Jammeh Commission, what places did you visit to take inventory? I know we've already confirmed with Kanilai, where you've indicated like what you found there in terms of the cattle, in terms of the zebra, etc., etc. What other place did you visit?
Farato, Banjulunding.
And you took inventory of those places?
Yes, I took inventory.
Now, once that was done, the inventory, did you give anybody custody of those items that you found?
We had custody of them up to when our terms ceased to.
Now, when you say we, who exactly do you mean?
I, as Register General, of course, if I say we, I'm making reference to a task force.
Okay. Now, take a look at the memo the council was just referring to you a few minutes ago. Let's see here. That is on RS 58, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see here. On RS 58, that was the internal memo that you wrote.
That's right.
And the title was Initial Report of the Task Force and Enforcing High Court Order, Freezing Assets of the Former President. Then you attach the list of items you found, right? Now, if you go through the list that's annexed on that particular one, all the way to the end, I have not seen, and then you compare that with your statement that you sent to us here. The statement on AJ, let's see here. The issue of the animals, that's the livestock animals.
Yeah.
In your submission, which is you've seen that, but on the memo, internal memo that you sent out, we have not seen that. What was the reason? Because the internal memo that you sent, you've attached some items, but in those items we have not seen anything anything related to the animals. But then the one you submitted to us here, which is AJ5, it actually has shown that livestock cattle. So what was the difference? Because here you have livestock 634, horses 8, zebras 9, hyenas 7, rams 37. But then when you look at RS 58 with your submission, that is missing on the one.
No, RS 58 is not the memo that conveyed the inventory. That's a separate memo. This is a different memo.
But if you look at RS 58 at the bottom, you said in the meantime, find attach the list of items so far covered.
Yeah, yes, that is with respect to this force inventory. That is with respect to this force inventory. Okay. So I have attached all of these things again for their attention, for the attention of the Solicitor General. So initially I have already informed them about the force inventory, and that is what they shared with the Commission. So this was just the subsequent memo that was sent together with these other inventories for assistance.
So are you saying that the second visit is where you actually get to the livestock? Is that what you are saying?
No, not the second visit. The first visit, because the first visit,
yeah,
the livestock is mentioned there.
Yeah,
it's mentioned.
But if you look at RS 58, I've gone through those pages, but I've not seen anything dealing with the livestock. No, unless if I'm mistaken.
It's a separate inventory, Honorable.
But why is it not attached?
This is what is attached there. This is a separate inventory. This is not inventory of cattle or any other thing. This is inventory of other items.
Of other items?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Then, now, when you were the acting registrar,
yes,
and I think you said you've served there for almost 4 years, if I'm right, yeah.
That's correct.
How do you handle incoming letters or memos and outgoing letters and memos? How do you handle them?
The Ministry of Justice is structured that whenever correspondence comes, the addressee of the Ministry of Justice is the Solicitor General. So if there is a letter that comes to you as a department head, that letter will pass through the Attorney General, through the Solicitor General, and the Solicitor General will minute on it for your attention.
Yes.
Yes.
So, for example, for your action, for example.
Exactly.
Now, in that instance, what do you do with the letter? Once you acted on that, what do you do with it?
Normally, they will photocopy it. The original copy will be in the file copy at the central registry. Then the records clerk or whoever that is sent to you will come with the photocopy, and then you do your reply and also send it back to the central registry for the attention of the Solicitor General, and then the dispatch will be done by them. You will not be taking part in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So effectively, you are confirming that all the correspondence you had, as far as this is concerned, may be at the central registry.
Well, if anything was sent to me,
yeah, and you respond,
and I respond,
yes.
If I respond,
yes,
that should be in the central registry.
Okay.
And if anything is sent to me, for my action, it should be in the central registry.
Okay.
And if it has been, ever in fact brought to my attention, the minutes of the Solicitor General will be found on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's good. Now, have you made any effort to contact the Minister of Justice, particularly the Central Registry, to guide you on some of the information that we are looking for? Have you made any effort to see them?
I have done that. And
what was the outcome?
What they responded was that yes, indeed we can trace them, but we are only able to trace. But the one I was looking for was my report from Farado and Banjulundi,
yes, and
I couldn't trace it.
Yes.
That report from Farado and Banjulundi. Yes. So, but the other ones I was able to see, and those are the ones I submitted. So, that was what I was saying. It might have been a copy that is withdrawn from the files and sent to the commission or whatever that might have been the case, but in fact the document exists. Today it was produced here. That was the document I made reference and said, I have done a report on Farado and Banjulundi, so the document is available. So any letter that comes to the Ministry of Justice, the Solicitor General will be the one to minute it to the action officer. Any letter that has not been minuted by the Solicitor General for the action officer, that will not exist.
Okay. So effectively you are saying that there must exist a file at the MOJ, particularly at the registry, that would have had information relating to this.
All the information. There was a specific file. That's why I was saying.
Okay.
The file copies I was keeping. I want us to understand this. In practice, most officers do it. When you do a letter, you want to keep a copy to yourself. So sometimes they are not even signed copies. But there is a file. You call them file copies. That file is the one that sits in the central registry. And there was a dedicated file in the central registry where all these correspondences were sent to. So whatever in fact at the initial stage I forgot about all that to go to the ministry. But then I realized that yes, there was a dedicated file, and of course that's where all the correspondences relating to this were being communicated. So that's how I was able to retrieve the other documents.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Chair.
But let me just clarify further for the records. Any letter that is sent to the Ministry of Justice, the addressee is the Solicitor General. Nobody writes to department heads directly. Nobody. And even if they do, it's the central registry that would receive it and then input whatever they do, and then the Solicitor General attention in the running file, and then he will minute it to the action officer. So any letter that comes to the Minister of Justice that did not
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Thank you, Honorable.
Yes, Mr. Jallow, I will just start from first question of Honorable Mbo.
Okay.
Did you remember what your responsibility was as Solicitor General?
As Solicitor General, yes, I know.
Now, in relation to the court order that was given on the 22nd of May?
Yes, I know.
Can you tell us?
To receive, preserve, and wait for a determination of the court or the Commission of Inquiry, whichever is applicable under the circumstances. So our duty under the order of the court, and just to understand the nature of freezing orders, freezing orders are giving you the temporal custodial responsibility of assets that are under control of at least an authority, in this case the government of the Gambia, pending determination as to whether those documents will be, those assets will be forfeited to the state or otherwise, and that will depend on other judicial arrangements.
So it means your responsibility, to be precise, was to identify,
certainly, and preserve,
secure,
yeah, yes,
and eventually wait for further decisions that will be taken.
Indeed.
Now take us through the process. Let's start with the identification. Were you able to identify all the assets?
No.
Are you able to quantify the assets that you've identified?
No, I cannot identify all the assets of the army.
No, you've answered that.
Yes.
You said you were not able to identify all of them.
Yeah.
Now, those that you've identified, were you able to quantify them? Let's say the cattle. How many cattle did you identify?
334 was what we identified in Kanilai, 33 in Banjulunding, and 79 in Farato.
Can you take that again?
334.
I will correct you. Kanilai was 634.
So, sorry, 634.
Yes.
634.
634.
634 in Kanilai, 79 in Farato, and 33 in Banjulundi.
That gives you a total of 476.
746.
746.
Yeah.
How many properties did you identify in total? Not, I cannot remember.
The inventory,
Wait.
The landed properties.
I'm asking you the total. I'm not saying how much Birkama, Banjul also. The total properties you've identified.
Unless I count from the inventory.
Count for us.
Seventeen
in where?
26.
Tell us 17 in where? Give us the locations.
This is Kanilai.
Kanilai 17.
No, not only 17. I'm counting from the document.
Give us the locations and the totals. Take this.
This one is a difficult task. I have to navigate through the documents. This one is not numbered.
So which means on top of your head, you cannot tell us how many properties you've identified.
These are too many. In one of the inventories, unless if I have to count, Honorable,
we'll count it.
Yeah.
Because the cattle was many.
Yeah, but that's
allow me.
Yeah.
Don't, when I ask a question, you respond.
Okay.
But when I'm asking or laying my foundation, please just maintain the patience, huh?
Yeah.
The cattle, even though in Kanilai it was 634, you remember the total, right? In Banjulunding, it was 33, you remember the total. In Farato, it was 79, you remember the total. In total, 749. That's too much, but you remember it.
This is just a figure. To remember 634 should not be difficult. To remember 79 should not be difficult. To remember 633 should not be difficult. But to now say that all things are listed.
Are you trying to tell me the number of Yahya Jammeh's compounds were more than the cattle? Is that what you are trying?
I wouldn't say that.
Thank you.
You can count the cattle at a go. You can count 1,000 cattle at a spot. But you cannot cover 1,000 properties at a spot. That's the difference here. So if you come to a herd of cattle, you can find 1,000 cattle and count them there and move. But in terms of landed property, remember, you have to move from jurisdiction to jurisdiction.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes.
You're an administrator. In fact, you were the Solicitor General.
The Registrar General.
The Registrar General. Allow me. Now I'm proceeding with my question. We'll get that information from you. Chair, I will just request through you that Mr. Jammeh's, from every location, how much total. You know, why is it important for you to be on top of that? You are the one who was supposed to receive this. As an administrator, or as the receiver by then. If at all you were asked how many is he having in Brufut, in Kanilai or Bundung, you could think about that. But how many properties in total? You should have that on top of your head.
Now when you say properties, that is very broad. If you
I mean landed properties. Can you tell us landed properties?
The ones we listed were 35 or 36, thereabout.
Thank you.
I was thinking you were referring to all the assets that we listed. That would be a lot. But for the landed properties, the ones we listed, I have already submitted that document.
No, I wouldn't ask you in general terms because I want to know the different classes that you have. So the landed properties, it was 36. 36. Were you able to identify all of his landed properties?
No, we couldn't do that.
How do you know that you were not able to identify all of them?
Because I didn't go to all of them.
Mr. Jallow, the fact that you knew that you didn't identify all of them would be, after your identification, you received, now tell us, and I'll ask the question again, how did you know that you were not able to identify all of his properties?
I don't have the capacity to go to all these properties, Honorable. I don't have the capacity. I cannot cover all this. So we have to defer to the Commission. I don't have the capacity.
Mr. Jallow?
Yes.
The job given to you was not given to you as Mr. Alieu Jallow.
That's correct.
It was given to the Registrar General's office.
That's correct.
The issue of capacity is not measured at your individual level. And you will not hide behind it. And I think to help the committee on that, I would ask you this question. Can you refer us to one correspondence where you wrote to the former AG informing him of your challenges with regards to capacity?
There was none. It's just verbal communication.
Verbal communication, we can't prove that. Have you ever written to the former AG?
I have never written to the former AG.
Never written to the former AG?
Yeah. Never.
Have you ever written to the Commission telling them that you do not have the capacity to do the work that you were assigned to?
Actually, I don't actually. No, I wouldn't. Ordinarily, I would not write to them.
Mr. Jallow, answer my question.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
The court that gave the order for you to execute it, have you ever went back to them to tell them what you asked me to do? I couldn't.
That would be irregular. I can only...
Mr. Jallow,
no.
Answer me.
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Yeah.
Then the issue of capacity, don't use it here. Because the moment you use it, I would ask you to excuse me, but I will tell you that will be incompetence.
Okay.
Capacity doesn't apply. Because if there is something impeding you to perform a task which you are asked to do, you go back to the authorities. But the moment you didn't go back to the authorities, which means you've taken full responsibility. And what you are portraying is you have the capacity to do it. So put capacity aside. And I'll ask you the question again. Why didn't you cover, or why, how did you know that you did not cover all of the properties?
Of course, I know I didn't cover all the properties.
How?
That is natural. I would know that I didn't cover all the properties that were listed. I wouldn't know.
After the finalization of your report, did you receive any information that there were additional property that you've omitted during your exercise?
No, I didn't receive any report, but I know that the Commission did prepare a report, a comprehensive one, in respect of the landed properties. And that is why I said we have not covered all, but the Commission, as far as I know, because I've seen at some point the compilation they did in respect of landed properties, and of course that was also shared with the Ministry.
So your responsibility, apart from the landed properties, together with the cattle, which other properties of the ex-president were you asked to identify and secure?
I think those are the ones I can remember, movable and immovable assets.
What about the rams?
Of course the rams are not under my care.
I'm asking you, were you asked to identify them?
I only took inventory of them.
What is inventory?
Just to record.
Mr. Jallow.
Because anything I found on the ground, I will record. Anywhere I go, what I found on the ground is what I record and transmit. So I have done that as well.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
I will ask you again. And now you answer me specifically. Apart from the cattle, together with the landed properties, which other items in specific terms of the former president did you identify and secure? Now tell me specifically, don't tell me movable and immovable. In specific terms, the ones you've identified.
And secured.
And secured.
That is this inventory I provided. In this inventory, apart from the sales of the cattle that took place, their livestock, every other thing is preserved.
Every other thing is preserved.
Yeah.
Now let's come to your record keeping. When you were doing the identification, you said it was a 3-man team. Can you give this committee the name of those 3 people?
Myself, Modu Musa, and Tombonjao, who of course was from the SIS observing us.
Tombonjao from the SIS.
Yeah.
At the locals, the places that you visited, in Kanilai, who did you meet there?
Alieu.
Alieu. When you went to that person?
Salifu Kor.
When you went to Banjulundi, who was your contact person?
Salifu Kor.
Did you receive information with regards to any other place that the ex-president's animals would be?
Yes, we received.
Where?
Sifo. Yeah.
Did you visit Sifo?
Yes, we visited Sifo, but none was there.
None was there?
Yeah.
Who gave you that information?
We are told that some of the assets were moved to Sifo, not necessarily in fact cattle.
Who told you?
Sometimes we get public tip-ups, so I wouldn't know who exactly told me. But Sifo existed as a farm. It was one of the farms of the president, so at least ordinarily you will suspect that some of the animals might have gone there. So we will advise one another to say, let's visit Sifo. And for most of the places we like, our visit to Mahmuda was a public tip-up.
Mr. Sila, Mr. Jallow.
Yes.
I'll come to Mahmuda and other places. Let's deal with Sifo. Do you remember the individual who gave you the information that the ex-president had livestock in Sifo or not?
No, I cannot remember.
You did not? Specifically, did he attach a quantum to how many you might be finding there? No. Apart from Sifo, did you receive tip-off of any other location?
Yes.
Now give us the list of the locations, all of them.
Mahmuda
was one. Where again? Batokunku, another one.
I think those are the places I can't remember on top of my head.
Did you ever receive tip-off that the ex-president had properties, livestock in Yuna?
No.
You never did?
No.
Mahmuda, who gave you the information?
My minister.
Give us his name.
Batambedu. Honorable Batambedu. Yeah, he was the one who called me and said that he had been informed by a cabinet colleague. That cabinet colleague also was informed by someone, a member of the public, that he suspected that cattle belonging to the former president were kept in Mahmuda. And that was how we moved to Mahmuda to go and verify. And when we went to Mahmuda...
Let me come now, don't lead me to my question. Let's take it one step at a time. You were informed by your former minister, Honorable Batambedu, that he had a tip-off from a cabinet colleague. Who was that cabinet colleague?
Mr. Usainu Dabo.
Mr. Usainu Dabo. He said Honorable Usainu Dabo informed him that there are livestock in Mahmuda.
Yeah.
So when you went to Mahmuda, did you eventually find anything there?
No. When
you report, did you report back to your minister?
Yes, I did.
And what did he tell you?
I just confirmed, and he confirmed that yes, that's correct. Then you can proceed with your work.
You can proceed.
Yeah.
And that was normal.
Yes, because there was none found.
There was none found. Okay, apart from Mahmuda, did you receive tip-off? You said Batakunku.
Yeah, Batakunku.
Who gave you that tip-off?
For Batakunku, we went on our own accord to verify. It's a vast place.
out of the blue, you just went to Batakunku.
Yeah, because
without any tip-off.
Yeah, it's a president's property, and we visited it. With the intention, with the hope that maybe some of the assets could be moved there. So when we went to Batakunku, in fact, we found that most of the properties there were brought down. They were demolished. So a family lived there, but it's quite a vast area that we toured.
So did you find any animals there?
No.
So which means apart from Kanilai, Farato, and Banjulende, all the other, and Sifo, you said you didn't find anything.
Nothing else.
Thank you. So it means apart from Kanilai, Banjulende, and Farato, all the other areas that you had tip off, you went there, you found nothing. Absolutely nothing. Perfect. The committee will take note of that. Now let's look at the record copy. Apart from the inventory that you've taken, because time is going, you've taken inventory, which means you did the identification. How did you secure the assets? Let's say the cattle now. After identifying them, don't go to the sales.
No, I'm not going to the sales.
I'm not talking about sales.
If you identify,
after identifying, what mechanisms did you put in place to ensure that they were secured?
The mechanism are that they are left in the care of the farm manager.
In Kanilai, who was the farm manager?
Alieu.
To you, I would request that he gives us the contact numbers of the individuals he went with to Kanilai, to Farap and Banjulende during the identification, and equally the farm managers also, as you give us their names, later you can supply their contact numbers to the committee. You said in Kanilai, who was the farm manager? At the time. So you leave the livestock in his custody.
In his custody, yeah.
Farato, what mechanism did you put in place?
Salivocor, and Farato also is in enclosed pens. So Farato,
what was the capacity of Salivocor?
He was the farm manager.
He was the farm manager in Farato. Okay. Later we'll meet the number of, and then Banjulende? Salivocor again, and again he was the farm manager. Okay. Now let's go to a reporting aspect. After the identification of all of these assets and after securing them, how often were you doing reporting, and who were you reporting to?
To the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary.
To the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary.
And in most cases also I'll copy the AG.
What was your interval of reporting?
As soon as I complete a task, I'll report.
How many tasks have you performed? Did you perform?
It's quite a lot. I cannot remember it.
But now, council was taking I don't know, and she counted more than 150. For me, I will not take I don't know. Now let's talk in specifics what you can remember.
Okay, let's list.
How many reports can you remember which you've provided as a progress report?
Kanilai is one, Farato is one, and Banjulende. The inventories, the different inventories we took in in Kanilai at separate times. Of course, also the properties that we visited, the last properties we did. In fact, I said with respect to landed properties, we didn't do anything apart from the ones we covered, and we deferred to the commission's team. So these were basically the coverages we did. That apart,
only 2 minutes.
That apart, I wouldn't know which order. These are the ones. The Kanilai, the different Kanilais, the Banjulende, the Farato, the properties in Banjul. Basically, those were the ones that we
were these separate reports, or you gave a progressive report as in one?
Progressive report in different times, at different times.
At different times. Did you provide those reports to the committee?
Yes, I should think so. Most of them, yes. They have been provided. Council. They have been provided.
Council, how many progressive reports did you receive from him?
Honorable, it is one inventory, but he has stated that he had gone to Kanilai. However, these inventories are not dated, so we cannot even confirm whether they were done on the same day.
On the same date or not?
Yes.
So which means all you have is a progressive report with a memo attached to it on one date. That was going to be my second question. Apart from the 11th of July 2017, did you provide any progressive report?
There are reports, I believe. There are reports. I have done reports different times, not only once. These two are attached. The inventory house, there are two things put together, which I forwarded to the commission here.
One report is of interest to me. That is the inventory report you took before the commencement of the commission.
That is this one.
It's not this one. This one you said the date is a mistake.
That's a different one.
This one, what is the date there, Council? It's the 11th of July. That's why Council told you you couldn't have insinuated the dismissal of Alhaji Mamadi Kura, which happened somewhere in July of 2018. Chair, through you, I would request that Mr. Jallow provides this committee with the inventory you've taken before the commencement of the committee.
No. The inventory I've taken before the commission of the committee has been submitted, Honorable.
Mr. Jallow?
It has been submitted.
Mr. Jallow?
Yes.
What you submitted, the memo, clearly indicates that the task force went on the 3rd of July, which is very correct. It further went on your third paragraph to indicate that you could not continue on, or the inventory exercise had some setbacks after the lead council had problem with the commission. And the lead council's problem with the commission was somewhere in 2018, when your report, your exercise was before the 11th of July 2017. And as at that time, the lead council was not appointed. With the same memo, allow me, that same memo included the fourth paragraph, where you said that it will be important for the commissioners to join you on the exercise, dated on the 11th, when the commissioners, their appointment was around the 13th of what? July. So which means there is no way that you can substitute that memo to the exercise you did before. Mr. Jallow, Council gave you all the opportunities. She went to a stage that she referred you to RS 60 and RS 59 and told you perhaps your memo dated the 11th of July was in response to the letter from the commission. The secretary to the commission, Ramatullah Sar, and you said no, in fact you denied seeing that letter. And we took your word for it. So now what we need, I'm not doing the request to you. I'm doing the request to the chair. And that's where I would stop. Chair, I hereby request that Mr. Alieu provides this committee with the separate inventory that was conducted before the commencement of the commission. Thank you, Chair, and I hand over to you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yes, thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Jallow. I have a few questions.
Thank you.
There is a High Court order that gave you a task to identify, trace, and secure assets across the country. But you said that the properties were not formally registered, while others were registered in the names of other or close associates. Did you actually carry out the order of the court successfully?
No.
No, you did not. And you are saying the reason why you could not is because of lack of resources.
That's correct.
Yes, but you also said that you've been doing things on your own, even though you don't have resources. You are using your own resources.
That's correct.
Why do you have to use your own resources for official functions?
That is what is available. I have to use my own car to move from one place to another. I cannot be asking for the car all the time. Sometimes you don't feel doing that because, I mean, you put in some pressure. So I just use my own car. I just use my own car to move from one place to another. So the security will be in the office van, when we just started. So the security in the office van, I use my small car. But it's also good for me to use my small car to disguise.
Yeah, but I heard you also saying that even fuel. You said you use your own fuel also.
Sometimes I feel shy. You come ask for fuel today, the next moment. So you feel, just give us space before you can ask for fuel. It doesn't mean that if you ask, it will not be given to you. But your conscience, sometimes you feel that, no, let me just let it go and you move on.
Okay.
Because ordinarily, at least there should have been a small secretariat, with a few people that will be in that secretariat to help you to do that work. But that didn't happen. So I believe too, maybe it didn't happen because maybe in the wisdom of the authorities, since the commission was to be established, why would they spend again on that? That's maybe the wisdom that it informed the decision.
Okay, there is information gap where you said in your write-up, point 13. I submitted my inventories to the commission and physically handed over several properties to its investigators, namely Mr. Balde. Who is that Mr. Balde?
He said an investigator of the commission. That is the person we moved with when we were about to start the inventories of the landed properties. He was the one already on the ground. So since they were doing the same thing, we thought we just defer to them.
And what is Mr. Balde's full name? You cannot remember that.
I think it's Jallow Balde. I think it's either Jallow or Ilo Balde. Yeah.
Can you try to trace that to us? Because you've handed all these properties to him. We need to have his full name.
Yeah, because they are already part of the commission's report, those properties.
Okay.
So it was for him to just know that these were the ones that we visited and that he could take over. So we went with him, had meetings with the people, with the occupants, and then we deferred to the commission. So as far as the landed properties are concerned, we could not proceed. So we just, since they are doing the same thing and they are progressing well, and when they have a good team with a surveyor from the Department of Physical Planning, we just deferred to them, and that was it. So we did not do extensive coverage of the landed properties. But all the properties that we identified in the pipeline, in Fajara, in Banjul, we traveled with him and had meetings with the occupants in those places, and then we deferred to the commission.
Okay. Yes, in this same write-up, 14, you said all assets under my care were either transferred to the Jammeh Commission or held until new legal instructions were issued. What other legal instructions were you waiting for? Were you anticipating at the time?
Our rule, Honorable, was to preserve. As per freezing orders, when you receive items, you preserve them only, because once the freezing order is released, it means if the government has to deal with the properties, then they have to go to court again, obtain a court order to sell, and go through the normal procedure and complete the process. So our role was not to give out, but to receive and keep and maintain the properties. That's what we did.
Okay. So you did not finish your assignment as instructed by the court. Could we say that because of the lack of resources that you require, is the reason why you did not complete your assignment, or what are the other reasons?
I would like to say it was part of it. We are not a strong team as such. So you realize that the ideal thing was going to be progressive report. At the end of the progressive report, when the task is completed, do a final report mentioning all the items all the reports that were previously mentioned, and you queue out. That is supposed to be. But also, sometimes to realize that your roles have been subsumed by, of course, a bigger committee, which is the Commission of Inquiry. Like, for example, the inventory we took at Kanilai, you realize that by the time we know sales have already taken place of those assets without our notice. So you see, these are some of the things. So you receive and preserve. So that's what we did. We received and preserved.
Okay. So you are saying in Kanila, you want to say that what you have put down is exactly what is in Kanila. Those are the only things you found in Kanila.
Yes, for whatever we found outside within the main compound and in the 4 houses, yes, everything that we found there was listed. And of course, everything that was outside was listed, apart from his, maybe the living room.
You don't find any poultry there?
Poultry, no. You found some rare birds, or 1 or 2 of them, those rare birds with, that's what we find. No poultry, we didn't find any poultry. What we found, of course, there, which may not have been listed, is there was a big pond which was already dried at the time. It has dried up. That was supposed to be a fish pond.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Thank you.
Mr. Jallow, I want to correct you with regards to your statement. When the council asked you, you made mention that you went through your statement, but you want to make some changes. But because of time, you just signed and allow it, let it go. Was that right?
Yes, I just wanted to be honest. When Mr. Jallow came with the statement in the morning, you remember I read it and I said, oh, but this particular one seemed to be unfair unfair. You remember that? When I said any. You remember? Yes. So I said, but let's just proceed.
No,
yeah.
no, this one cannot speak here.
Oh.
We have no say.
I have forgotten.
Yes,
indeed.
Anything to
yes,
you.
That is in respect of, sorry, Chair. That is in respect of the statement that I did not take part in any sales. That was the statement. And I said, no, this one, the any there would not be fair. I have taken part in a particular sale. That was what I said. I said, okay, since it's coming to me this morning and we are about to enter, let me just sign and we go in so we can do the ratification. And he is here to agree with me.
Mr. Jallow, we are not committing suicide by signing something as a trained lawyer. I know what you are signing, there were errors in it and you signed. I am not committing suicide.
No, this is not fundamental. I can always correct the honorable.
No, not correcting because it's already been signed.
Yes.
According to law, it can be used against you. Yes, so you say that you not perform any sales.
But I would, yes, that's correct.
And then going through your intervention, you said you perform sales.
I attended.
You attended.
Yeah.
So was that correct?
Well, I know I can always rectify that here.
My question is, was it correct?
No, that was irregular.
And so you are committing suicide?
Well, it could be, but really I wouldn't anticipate that could be an issue here, since I have already brought it to their attention and they are participating in the activities of this inquiry. So obviously, the fact that I have brought to their attention and mentioned to them that this one is not correct, they might have typed it, but that is not the way it was supposed to be stated. I really mentioned it to them. Because the statements were brought to me twice. The first one I signed, and the second one they brought before I just came in for my testimony. That is why I said, since we are about to go in now, the statement is coming, let me just sign and we go in.
You see, yeah, this sales is participated.
The cattle sales, Honorable.
The cattle sales.
Yeah.
Were they done in the right way?
Well, I would say there are flaws in the sense that it has come to light that they did not do certain formalities, they did not fulfill certain formalities. So obviously I would say there are flaws.
What were those formalities?
For example, the valuation was not done. So in the absence of the valuation, at least there is an error, and that error has to be admitted by the one who had conduct of that sales.
Only the valuation? Only the valuation was not done?
There was also a fundamental error with their tabulation. And when I heard from Honorable Bo, I said, wow, these things are really problematic. But I can understand why maybe some of those things they might have. Because that is not something I did. It's not something I authored. It did not come from me. It's a document emanating from another office.
Was there any advertisement?
As far as I wouldn't know whether they did that, because normally they were supposed to do that. I'm not sure whether they did it. I'm not sure.
Who was responsible?
The sheriff was responsible.
And you were acting there as what?
As a witness.
Witness. You were witnessing all those things. So it means you were part of what was happening.
Yes.
And after everything you signed to say, we did this.
No, they brought it to me.
And then you signed.
You see, when a document is prepared by...
My question, they brought it to you and you signed.
And I signed, yeah.
So you were signing something that was wrong.
Yeah.
That was illegally done.
I would say...
follow the right procedures.
I would say it was the document that was flawed. But if I have scrutinized that document, I will return it.
Before scrutinizing it, you
Yes.
signed it.
I just signed. At least I'm not in doubt as to who prepared it. And that's the fundamental point here. If I'm not in doubt as to who prepared it and the person have signed, I will not have an issue with it. The accuracy or otherwise of the information therein cannot be ascribed to me. That will be the person who signed it. I'm just signing as a witness.
Yeah, Mr. Jallow, you are signed as a witness to authenticate what was given to you.
Yes, but
that's why you signed.
But the errors can only be ascribed to the person who
before
prepared
the
it.
errors, you signed to say everything is okay. As a trained lawyer, you said everything was okay. Then you signed. And then you are telling me that there were flaws. So you were signing something that was wrong.
Yes. On second thought, after visiting the document, because since I signed that document, I didn't interact with it until recently.
No, but before signing something, was it not wise for you to go through what you are signing?
Indeed, it was wise.
It's like the second time you sign your statement and you're supposed to do change, you not change it, you sign. You were supposed to follow the due procedure, they did not do it and you sign. So it's like you are signing documents without no care. We are not expecting something a day like today.
Well, I would not anticipate this because as far as I'm concerned, everything was done.
So it's like nobody cares what was happening, let's just do it and we forget about it. The thing of the day. Let's just do it and nobody cares.
Honorable, I wouldn't interpret it that way.
How do you interpret it?
There are two reports. A report which bears names of individuals without stating the amount. A report which bears a total sum of money that was accrued. And I can understand maybe the tabulation that they did, they made the mistake with their tabulation because sometimes maybe they had a large amount of cash and they do not know how to tabulate it. They might have done, the person who did it might have done it, but they didn't do it well to ensure that it tallies. But as far as I'm concerned, I did not scrutinize it. But if you scrutinize it, you will definitely see that there were fundamental flaws in the way it was tabulated.
This is what I'm going for. You don't scrutinize it and you sign.
Exactly.
This is where the problem is. You sign something that was not correct.
That's correct.
Because going through the whole list, it's very clear that some of these categories are sold at a cheap price.
I'm sure they made a mistake with that. The problem might have been in the bulk sales. In the bulk sales, the money was...
Before not the bulk sale, let's come to few items that we are listed. Numbers, 102, 2 cattle, 2 cows, 2 calves. And look at the price that we were given there.
I did not play a role. I did not take part in the collection of money. I did not take part in the tabulation of the figures. I did not even relate with the money at all. So I wouldn't know how they went about it. But I will admit that they have brought a document which was flawed. And I said, there are 2 documents, 2 reports. One speaking to 8-something million, and the other, I don't know how much is there. But that was supposed to be just a list of, buyers and so. In fact, normally I should not even sign that document because I am not the office responsible. But I think they just thought that whoever was there and as a witness would sign. So that should be my mistake.
Well, fine. You agree that it was your mistake. Mr. Jallow.
Yes.
Was it right to as a trained lawyer, to act on an order that you have not gone through? Was it right?
I don't have an order which I did not go through.
The court order.
Which of the...
Because the court order that was given to you, there was a list of properties attached to that court order. And when you are going around with the guy you were going around with, who visited Jammeh'S properties in Banjul, who was this guy? What's his name again? Mono Musa. You were going around with him, and that list was not with you. Was that correct?
That would be wrong.
That was so you were just going out.
Yeah, that would be wrong.
So do you agree with me that you are just doing it for the sake of let's just do it and forget about everything? Because nobody cares.
No. At the time, that would not occur to our mind.
Well, that was not what when Mr. It was wrong.
That was not our
We are acting because nobody cares. Everybody was going to do it the way I want it.
Honorable, that was not our thinking at the time.
So why are you doing it?
Indeed, they are properties of the former president. And so we listed them. We are not taking properties. We are merely listing properties.
Listing properties.
For preservation.
You might list some properties. You might listed the wrong properties. That's what I mean for Jammeh. You couldn't go through that list.
There was none that we did in that regard.
Well, based on you have to defend yourself and you have to qualify what you did, and it was right. That's why you are saying there was that or not.
That's a possibility in the course of exercise.
Okay. Mr. Jallow, who was managing Jammeh's personal account? Was he under whose control?
I was not managing it anyway. If it were placed under my custody, I did not manage it. I'm not sure also whether anybody at the ministry was managing, but I did not take control.
Could you recall during your last sitting with us here, you said that it was under Augustus Pump's control?
Yeah, that's what I initially said, but then council made me remember that there were personal accounts personal to Jammeh himself, and as far as the order is concerned, we were supposed to take custody of them.
So were they under custody? Those personal accounts were under custody?
They are supposed to be, but I didn't.
But were they under custody? They were not under custody?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I didn't deal with them.
And you were supposed to deal with them?
Well, by the order, yeah.
Why didn't you deal with them?
Oh.
Again, so you agree with me that you were acting without going to the court order, you were just doing the way you wanted? Not necessarily. But look at the little post that we are currently coming to now.
Not necessarily.
You went without the list, you went without knowing what you're supposed to do, so you were just doing things on your own.
The accounts, I didn't deal with them. I didn't touch the accounts.
Mr. Jallow, did you visit any assets at State House?
Yes, I went to State House to inspect whether there are any personal properties of Jammeh, particularly with respect to the vehicles, and there was none. Everything that was there is believed to be state asset, so I did not take anything of Jammeh's personal assets to State House.
Was there any inventory?
No, we didn't take inventory because there was none to record. We only visited just to go and inspect, and we were taken around. We saw the place, and we left. Because State House is a special area also.
But my question is, were you only visiting vehicles or what?
Any other thing that belongs to Jammeh was supposed to be recorded. But at that time, there was nowhere else where you can find Jammeh's assets in State House apart from the vehicle, because it's already occupied by the current president, so obviously you couldn't find any Jammeh's properties there. So what was there were the vehicles, and we toured the area, and we left. That was what we did. The State House is organized, and we left.
Were there any building materials?
No, we did not find anything.
No building materials?
We did not find anything.
Mr. Jallow, on Jammeh's land, did you participate in their sales?
No, I did not participate in the sales.
You did not participate in the sales?
No.
But you went through, you took inventory of the lands?
Yes, the ones we refer to the commission, yes, but I did not participate in the sales.
You did not participate in the sale? Okay. Mr. Jammeh, sorry.
Jallow.
Jammeh is me.
Mr. Jammeh, going through the judiciary sales, I want you to help me here. On the not about, I want to clarify something, not about an amount or this thing. On MOJ 1 to 7, I've seen properties here that were listed as featurelets. You have any knowledge of featurelets?
Yes, I have knowledge of featurelets. That is the building almost opposite the Koto power station.
Owned by who?
On the right when going to Senegal.
Was owned by who?
The president, former president.
Before him?
Before him, it's a Guinean national that used to own that place.
But going through some of the claims, people who are claiming, do you know any, have you not come across any name by name Hannah B. Silva?
No.
Hannah was also claiming
the same property.
The same property?
Okay.
So the only party was, the Fuller man.
Yeah, the Guinean.
The Guinean man.
Yeah. Then the president bought it from the Guinean.
He bought it from the Guinean.
Yeah.
The Guinean was selling.
I think so. It's either selling or he had an issue and then the president bought it from him.
But the Guinean sold it to him.
Yeah. It was a sales. That's what my memory can capture. It was a sales to the president. He bought it.
Mr. Jallow, on the inventory in Kanilai, just one, this is the last one. The household materials. What is all that belongs to Jammeh in Kanilai? Only household?
No, there are others. Not only this.
No, let's come to 29. I'm in one area, 29. TV, flat screen, one. Was there only one flat screen TV in Kanilai?
No, there are many in this list.
There are many here.
Yeah,
so this one is only the one you just listed?
At a particular point.
At a particular point.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chair. And thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Thank you.
For having you once again.
Thank you.
I please want to appeal that you kind of issue the state of the materials by the time you were taking an inventory and the situation of the materials after taking the inventory or after handing it over. What were the situation?
Honorable, interestingly, the 4 houses was a perfect arrangement. For anybody who knows the normal arrangement in a proper executive suite, the 4 houses was a perfect arrangement. The furniture in were high quality furniture, the bedding, the libraries that are in the respective rooms, and every other thing that was there, to decorate those 4 houses were all good material. There was nothing that was not good material. They were all perfectly good material. Now, the other aspects too, virtually most of them are good material, especially when it comes to the household, items. So, as I said, we took the inventory, and by our procedure, whatever we recorded was left where it was recorded. We don't move the items, we leave them in their respective rooms. So the 4 houses was a complete arrangement, fully furnished.
Fully furnished, high quality stuffs, because from a response you were given to my colleague, I heard you saying that those stuffs even were sold without you knowing about the sales.
Correct.
Can you tell us more about how these sales were conducted, and if you know people who were involved either in the purchase of those materials without going through a due process? Can you enlighten this committee?
Now, if you look at the items which I submitted, there are quite a lot of items, and they are in 2 separate inventories. The first inventory was that inventory which we did, that is the one that have the table. All those items, as far as my information, have been sold, and they were sold at the instance of the commission. That is what I can confirm. Now, how did I know that they were sold? At some point, the Honorable Minister invited me to his office to say that the sales taking place in Kanilai have ceased. And if I heard him well, if I memory serve well, it's either a cabinet decision or it was a decision of the President of the Republic, the current President, to say that the sales taking place in Kanilai should cease. That is what the Honorable Minister informed me. Thereafter, I was also asked, and those are of the items, not my first list. Those are those items. As far as I am concerned, all those items have been sold, and they were sold at the instance of the Commission. However, as a person who took the inventory of those items, I was never contacted. I was never informed. I only got to know it when the Honorable Minister invited me to his office to say that the President has issued directives that sales taking place in Kanilai of Yahya Jammeh's properties should cease. So when he told me that, I was also asked to go and meet with one Mr. Kara. You know, I couldn't remember his full name, but I know he's Mr. Kara. This person was
Kara Jammeh, what will Kara Jammeh sound to you?
He was an evaluator.
Is it the same person?
Yes, it should be that person. It should be that person. Yeah. So I was given instructions to go and see this person to compare notes. Now this, when I went to him, that is notes of my records of my inventory in Kanilai. When I met him at the Future Life building, and he said he wanted to compare notes with me with respect to the items I recorded at the 4 houses. Now I pulled out my list and we compared the notes, and he found that my inventory in the 4 houses was 100% correct. There was only one item which he was not comfortable with, and as he was ticking, he ticked it again, and I said, no, let's check this further. Then I explained to him. I said to him, if you enter this particular room, you will find that part of this item, but that particular item was disassembled. I said part of it was at a corridor and the other part is in the room. And he said, yes, I can remember. I said, very well. I said, so this particular item exists in the 4 houses. So then after it clicked to my mind, I said, okay, that the reason why maybe they wanted me to compare notes with Mr. Kara was because the sales have ceased, and now they wanted to confirm whether the records I have were the same records they have, since they are leaving now, to confirm whether what I have is what they left in Kanilai. But I understand that they were at the point of sale, to the extent they have already disassembled all those items and were ready to be sold. That is my understanding of what happened at Kanilai with respect to the 4 houses. So ordinarily, going by my submission now, I would assume that they have been able to, they have succeeded in selling most of the items, but those items in the 4 houses, they are still, they are still maintaining them, but the commission has taken over. So obviously, I would not have any role to play in this, since it was to the knowledge of the Attorney General that the sales were taking place. Ordinarily, then I would not have any role to play in that, because I do not have any custodial responsibility anymore.
Then was Abubakar Tamberi the AG? He
was the Attorney General at the time.
Okay, moving forward, Mr. Jallow, you said when you met with Mr. Kara, whether Jammeh or not, you did some comparison in terms of the list that you have and the list that he was also having. Do you want to tell this committee that then you were doing that consultations with Mr. Kara, there was this suspicion that some of the materials were moved or stolen? So you said your list was 100% correct, yes, according to him.
Yes.
So meaning the
list he wanted to dispute, and I said to him, no, it exists.
What was that item?
It should be either a wardrobe or anyway, it's furniture. It's furniture, but the furniture was in 2 parts. Part of it was in a room, and the other part was in the corridor. So whatever we found, where we found it, that's where we record it, and we make sure it is left there. It's not moved, because the 4 houses is a very organized. They are very organized executive suites, as in the name implies. There are 4 executive suites. So if you look at the inventory I submitted, the one I submitted, the one that is bearing those ticks, it was he that ticked it. It was he that ticked it, and I said yes. So when he mentioned that, I said no, it exists. That particular item is there in the 4 houses. So, but I understand when the sales were stopped, the 4 houses, they did not deal with those assets. That's my understanding. So I don't know whether subsequently they proceeded to conduct the sales with respect to those properties. Because ordinarily, those assets were not supposed to be sold at that time. They are supposed to be preserved. The only thing, if it were perishables, for example, that can deteriorate quickly, that would have been an issue. But in this case, 4 houses is organized. What I would recommend is let someone be employed to maintain the place, and that's it. But as far as we are concerned, we didn't participate in those sales, neither were we informed about the sales that took place in Canada.
So, in short, you are telling this committee that the unperishable materials sold was not legally binding? Yes or no?
In my view, it should not have been sold.
In your view, it should have been.
If there was no order. But I want to believe maybe the commission has an order to sell. I'm not able to speak for them. But I would not know why the commission will proceed to sell if they don't have an order. If the commission has an order, it will be legal for them to sell. The nature of freezing orders. Freezing orders, as I responded to Honorable Fofana, are interim orders for you to take custody of a particular asset, keep it, preserve it, to maintain the status quo. You maintain the status quo until the judicial processes are over. Once the judicial processes are over, then that is the time now a determination is made as to whether the assets should be sold or should be maintained or should be returned to the person who owned them. Because you are trying to establish whether these assets that were seized actually belong to the person from whom they were seized. You are trying to establish whether these assets that were seized were properly acquired by the person who claimed to be owning them. So it's to establish the legitimacy or otherwise of the acquisition of these assets. So in this regard, it's also important to clear that in the course of that, sometimes measures will be taken again, and that again is in furtherance of justice. That is where you find that preserving the asset will be a problem. For example, if you preserve the asset, it will be spoiled, then a decision has to be taken to sell or whatever means that will be applied, but at least something should be done to avoid a situation where all those assets will degenerate. That is the nature of the order.
Okay, Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
You said your responsibility was to preserve the stuffs as per the order.
Absolutely.
But you are not really aware of any order that actually gave an authority for an institution or for an individual to carry out any sales.
No,
so we can leave that to that point. We will make a further finding to establish what was around the order, the second order, because I believe there was a second order that actually gave the commission a mandate to be established and also execute their duties.
Just for clarity, Honorable, if you don't mind, I said if the commission did not have an order, then it would not be right to sell. If they had an order, then it will be right to sell.
No, I get that clearly.
Just to come back again, just for more clarity, since this has been a long time.
Okay.
Now, let me deal with the cattle, just for us to understand. When we did our report, after the missing of over 400 cattle, and we did our report, the contents, I believe, were shared with the Commission of Inquiry, and an interim order was granted by the Commission to sell the assets. But the Commission could not proceed to sell because they were to conduct the sales themselves. And there was some opposition to that action. And I remember even National Assembly members raised concerns as to why the Commission will proceed to sell. Then the Commission backtracked, retracted, and subsequently there was an order of the High Court. Of course, application was by the ministry, my ministry. So that's just to clarify that without the order, you cannot proceed to sell. There must be an order of the court before you can sell. So I believe in this case, the Commission, since having concurrent jurisdiction with the High Court, they might have issued an order which enabled them to proceed, or which empowered them to proceed and sell. I'm not saying that is what happened, but if those things did not happen, then the sales that took place of those assets would be illegal.
No, I get that very clear, because we are getting them also coming here. So I feel one could actually reserve those questions for
the commission.
Yeah, exactly. Let's look at number 8 of your, or paragraph 8 of your statement, and the entail. It states. But were without a documentation. Can you tell us how those properties actually ended up, since you were there to preserve such?
We couldn't have documentation for example, for Batokunko, we couldn't have documentation for Sifo, we couldn't have documentation for some of the property we visited within the pipeline and areas. But I know subsequently these documentations, maybe it was at the time because we did not do a thorough search at the time to settle down and deal with the properties. So, but there are some properties which you would not find documentation. So, indeed, since we transferred everything to the commission, they proceeded to get the right documentation from the Office of the Registrar General, and wherever they were able to get documentation. But for those properties, you need to verify, because these are landed properties. To establish ownership, you need those documentation, and if you don't, then you are not able to ascribe, any title to anyone.
Yeah, and I think at this point you were the acting Registrar General. After your handing over to the commission, because I understand you handed over some of these things to the commission, right? Were there any instance where someone comes into your office to actually work on the registration of the said lands?
For the purposes of selling or buying?
Either maybe they bought it or whatever, or maybe the state transferred the ownership to them, kind of. Were there any instance where an individual will come into your office and ask for him or her to document some of these properties in their names?
The only time I remember when someone came to that office in respect of transaction relating to Jammeh'S properties was during our time when we were still subsisting as a task force. But prior to that person's coming there, I cannot remember the person's name, but prior to that person coming there, I've already given instructions that for the time being, no transactions on Jammeh'S properties until when the Commission of Inquiry completes its...
Was this person an ordinary citizen or...
Ordinary citizen, yeah. It's one of the Jammeh'S relatives, I believe. So I have already, because when he came, the staff referred him to me to say that you go to Mr. Jallow. So when the person came, I said, no, in fact, there is an embargo on the arrangement, on transactions on Jammeh'S properties. So until the Commission of Inquiry is done with its job, we are not able to do anything for now. So, but in respect of sales that were conducted of Jammeh'S sales, I did not receive any such assignments for registration purposes. I want to believe those assignments would have been handled by my successor.
Let's progress. You also talked about having letters that emerged from the Sheriff's Department and they were signed by yourself.
No, the letters that I signed that emerged from the Sheriff Department, we took the template of the Sheriff Department to follow their form, their way of preparing the notices to individual persons that were affected by the High Court order.
But there was no instance where you signed a letter
on behalf of the Sheriff
Department.
No, there was no instance.
Okay, because it seems
that would be irregular.
No, it seems during your statement you stated something of that nature when you were having a confrontation with the lead counsel with regards to letters that you claim not to be aware of, and also to say they emerge from the Sheriff Department. All that you did was to sign.
The letters that emerge from the Sheriff Division in respect of this would be Sheriff Division sending to someone else, but not me. The letters I authored, I only used template of the Sheriff Division to prepare the notices, but it was I that signed those notices and we distributed them. So it was not the Sheriff who signed. The Sheriff would not write a letter that I will definitely will be irregular.
Mr. Jallow.
Yes, please.
Before the coming of the... No, that is not... Let's in fact forget about that. Mr. Jallow, let's look at MOJ 6B, phase 1. Because I want to understand if you play any specific role in that process.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Looking at MOJ 6B, phase 1, and if possible, 6C, and tell us what specific role
Emoji 6B would be which page, Honorable? Just to
Okay, that's where I'm
process
going.
of time.
You know, this one's done. The pages are not numbered.
Yeah, even I can feel that these pages are well not numbered as well.
Emoji 6B. That is the methodology of property sales.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we wouldn't look at the nitty-gritties. I just want to know your involvement and participation.
Okay.
Because it involves a lot of properties that were sold out.
Okay, Honorable.
Yes.
Okay. Emoji 6, huh?
Yes.
That should be behind.
6B.
This is 7. This is emoji. Maybe you go to him and compare quickly.
No, you can get the book.
Okay. You already have it. Okay. Okay. You can give him his book and you open from here. That should be the one here. You have passed it. I think you passed it.
6B,
It's here,
6C.
It's this
It's
one.
there, exactly.
It's
You
this
have
one.
seen it. Yeah.
No, give him his book. That's his own here. Yeah. All right. Yes, Honorable.
Yes, I just want to understand what specific role or participation have you taken in this process?
I did not play any role in this process, Honorable.
You haven't played
These
any.
were all landed properties.
I understand.
Yeah, I did not play any role.
All right.
Apart from the cattle sale, I did not play any role in any of the sales. I did not participate in any of the sales.
Okay, my next question would be more of very personal. My question is, how many bank accounts do you hold?
Who?
You.
One.
One.
Apart from my
Savings or current?
apart from my current account
So meaning you have two accounts, current account
and my savings account.
and the savings account.
Yes.
And they are all in the same bank.
Yes, same bank.
Which bank?
Trust bank.
Trust Bank.
Yeah.
Okay, Chair, I want to apply that we have a print of Mr. Jallow's bank statement from 2017
Okay.
to 2020,
No problem.
please.
No problem.
Yes, Mr. Jallow, maybe a very final one. Maybe I just have one or two questions now.
No problem.
My other question is, Mr. Jallow, where do you live?
I live in Bakau.
Which part of Bakau?
Cape Point.
Who owns the property?
The government.
The government.
Yeah.
Under the Ministry of Justice or what?
Yeah.
If I may ask, since you said it is the government, when was this property allocated to?
I've been there for a while now. These are the government properties, the government buildings. These are not. Those are not Yahya Jammeh properties.
No, I just want to ask, who knows? Government may feel it is their property when in reality
No, they know I'm
they took
there.
it from the ex-president.
The government knows I'm there.
Government knows you are there.
They know.
So meaning you occupy that apartment or that space before 2016.
Oh, far. The
Far.
elections found me there.
Okay,
The
thank you.
elections found me there.
I just want to know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Jallow, for me, yes, I think I have enough to ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Okay.
Before I hand you back to council,
Yeah.
let me put these statements correct. Earlier on, you were asked about the inventory. Is it correct that the Office of the Registrar General conducted an inventory in Kanilai before the establishment of the commission? Is that correct? Did you have an inventory before
Yeah, this
the
inventory.
establishment of the commission?
Yeah, I don't know. This inventory, yes, happened before the commission.
Before the commission.
Yeah, before the commission.
Good. Is it also correct that this inventory that you've done was not submitted to the commission, or was it submitted?
Not everything was submitted to the commission. Part of it was submitted, the part was the one that they sold was submitted to them. The one that they did not, as per the records I received here, the ones that were sold was submitted to them. The ones that were not sold, I did not remember submitting anything to them. But the sales took place before all that can happen.
So that's a failure on your part?
No, it's not a failure on my part.
Who's supposed to be responsible for submitting the report for the final inventory?
We are supposed to submit the report, but we do not submit directly to the commission. We submit to the ministry.
I understand. I understand. You submitted to the ministry, right?
Exactly.
And the ministry did not submit to the commission because the commission didn't know. And that was why they were asking about inventory. Look at the dates on MOJ, the documents that you were looking, 59 and 60. So they were requesting for a comprehensive list of the inventory that was taken. So you submitted this inventory to the Minister of Justice, and they did not filter it to the commission because the commission did not know.
The commission knows because the commission did their own inventory. As I said.
No, I understand. I know.
Yeah.
Because that's why I am coming to. They did their own inventory. Now, if you look at the list that you have submitted, the inventory that you have taken, you know, earlier you said you went with Kurang to Kanilai to do an inventory also. Now, the list that you have submitted to us and the one Kurang did, are they the same?
I don't know what he has. What I know is that the inventory we took, my inventory, only it was submitted to the 4 houses and what we found in the main compound.
You went with Kurang to Kanilai to do the inventory together.
But we couldn't do the inventory as I said.
You couldn't do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the inventory I took,
so no,
part of it is what they sold, and the other part is what they sent me to compare notes.
So you've confirmed that you have not also seen MOJ, RS 59 and 60. You haven't received those letters.
No, never received them.
And they were addressed to you as Registrar General to Minister of Justice. Who do you think was supposed to be in custody of these letters at the time? Were you in office at the time?
Let's see. I don't remember their dates.
2019?
2019, no, I wasn't there.
In 2018?
I left sometime in 2018. So 2019, I wasn't there.
August 2018, you were not in 8 August 2018, you were in
No, I wasn't there. Yeah, I wasn't there.
So this letter was not brought to your attention?
These letters never came to my attention, Honorable. Never. In fact, I wasn't there during the time.
And you were acting Registrar General at the time?
No, I was Registrar of Companies.
Registrar of Companies.
So these letters, their dates speaks to that time, not during my time.
So you submitted your entire comprehensive inventory to the Solicitor General. Is that correct?
Yes.
You submitted to him?
Yeah, I've submitted my inventory.
So Solicitor General did not feed the commission, they didn't know anything about it. And that was why they were requesting for a submission of a comprehensive inventory from the acting Registrar General.
In respect of Kanilai.
Yes.
But in this case, one can say they have gotten whatever we have covered. They have
before they get it.
Yeah.
This was before they get everything, because they were asking for you to feed them the information.
Anyway, it never came to my attention. It never came to my attention.
All right.
The only time that I know we have had a meeting over inventories was when they said, let me go and compare notes with this particular person I mentioned. But that was after conducting the sales, after they have already conducted the sales. When they were asked to stop, that was the time I was requested to go and compare notes. And that was before this time.
I hope you are telling us the facts, because we
100%.
We are going to verify these things.
100%.
Huh?
That was the only time I was requested, I was asked to go and compare notes with this person I mentioned, and that was before this time, Honorable.
Did you by chance saw the handing over note of Mr. Kurang when he was leaving the commission? Did you see it?
No, I did not.
You did not see it?
No, I did not. I was not part of the commission, Honorable.
Yeah, but you said when Kurang was falling apart with the commission, that was the time you did not complete the inventory process because Kurang left the commission. That's what you said.
Yes, they are supposed to join us so that we can do the inventory of what was inside the main room.
Immediately at that time, Kurang was leaving the commission, and then he gave a handing over with all the assets that he have
to the commission.
Yes.
I don't have any inventory of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because during that time we are merely accompanying him. So we did not do any inventory as such. We are merely accompanying him, just to assist maybe in lifting one thing from another. But at that time, the commission has already taken responsibility of assets in Kanila. So the inventory we did was the one I said we have shared, and part of those assets have been sold without my notice. But the other part that was left there was what I compared notes with the commission with, and that's as far as I know. So we are merely following to ensure that we, since we have been there before him, it is important we follow him and one thing or another. But we are not the one who are doing the inventory. This time it is the commission doing the inventory.
That's okay. That's okay.
Our initial position was that.
No, we've got your answer.
Yeah.
We have gotten your answer.
Mr. Jallow, I just want
Yeah.
a follow-up question here.
Yeah.
Do you acquire any property for yourself
Yes.
from 2016 to 2020?
No.
No. So meaning from 2016 to date, Mr. Jallow have not acquired a single property for himself.
No, I'm still, in a government property.
Okay. Now I thought you may allocate one for yourself.
No, I did not take any assets, Honorable. Well, I did not participate in any sales. I did not participate. I did not have any property from these assets, because that is what people will think. You've been in these things. You have been allocated a property. I have not been allocated a property.
Thank you.
I did not play a role in the sales. I did not have a property from all these arrangements. I never had any property from these assets. Nothing, absolutely. And there is a lot of talk about assets given to me.
Thank you.
I did not receive any one compound.
No, nobody's in fact suspecting you.
Yeah.
I think it's about asking questions for clarification.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, take note of those things. I think we requested them from you before I hand you back to council for clarifications. That is to bring the contact information of the farm managers is requested, and we are putting an order for you to get us the contact information of the two farms. That is Alieu and Salif Kor. You mentioned them.
Yes,
please,
I mentioned them.
Please do us a favor and then try and get their contact information.
I will endeavor.
Please, yes,
I will really endeavor.
Yes, and also you can also help us with a comprehensive inventory of the assets that you've taken in from Kanilai, Banjurinding, and I think in Farado as well. You said you submitted it.
I have submitted it. Yes.
Yeah, you submit it again.
Submit again.
If that is the comprehensive list.
Okay.
If that is the comprehensive list.
I will compile.
Yes, unless if that is not the comprehensive list, you can go for it and then submit it to
That's the comprehensive.
It's also a request. So.
I'll compile.
All right, and then I'll give you timeline.
This is possible. Today is Tuesday.
Yes.
That is possible before Friday.
Friday?
Yeah. It's possible.
Why not Thursday?
Well,
when you are appearing again?
Well, it's okay. If you want me to do that, I can do that. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I can put them together.
Tomorrow? Yes. Okay. Now we give you till Friday. We can also include the bank statement, so you can request from the bank. Okay. Please, from 2018 to 20.
From
2017 to 2020. Yes, the savings account of Mr. Alieu Jallow from Trust Bank.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all for now. Both savings and current. Yes, they are requesting for both savings account and the current account of Mr. Alieu Jallow from Trust Bank.
Okay.
Between 2017 and 2020 to be submitted on Friday.
Okay.
Friday before close of business.
No problem.
Please, huh?
No problem.
With also the contact information of the farm managers and the comprehensive list of the inventory that you have under your custody.
Thank you.
Council, any more clarification?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. No clarifications, but just to remind the witness that he's coming back on Thursday, this Thursday at 3 p.m.
All right, Mr. Jallow,
Thank you.
you're summoned to appear again
No problem.
on Thursday,
No problem.
3 o'clock.
No problem.
Yeah. Then we'll proceed with the testimony again.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. At this point, we will adjourn the meeting until tomorrow, Wednesday, on the 6th of July, 2025, for another testimony. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.